Aleksandr, welcome.
Hey, very nice to see you this morning.
Welcome. It's great to have you. Yeah, welcome. Thank you for accepting our invitation. So please, without further ado, the floor is yours. Please go on.
All right. That's really honor for me to join this. I do like to give this lecture to various audiences. We sometimes give it to our students in university. I teach both computer science and also marketing students, also business school. So this talk is a little bit like a mix, and the name of it is Under the Hood of Google and Facebook. I am very strong believer that understanding the back end of modern advertising systems is a crucial, and also it really helps marketers who are just graduating or joining the industry to stay ahead of their competition, to stay ahead of everyone else in the industry, because they're a new generation. And this new generation of marketers, they have naturally born in this social network environment. So for them, it's much easier to learn this and therefore be much more advanced as compared to the previous generations. That's the aim for me for this talk. So I'll be talking about these 3 points, and I will start from this screenshot showing the breakdown of Facebook. This is something that happened with Facebook a few years ago, but this is happening all the time. So instead of seeing the advertising platform, instead of seeing your favorite social network, you're going to see the screenshots, and these screenshots are talking about different objects that are meant to be on these images. So you can see that it's people standing, one or more people sitting, shoes, indoor, etc. Of course, Facebook put these things inside not just for purpose of releasing the information about the caption, but also they put it to cover their problem that the content can be displayed. But for us as technical or business people, this is also means another thing. That means that for every single image that is getting uploaded on Facebook or Google, we actually have interests be very detailed profiled. So for every single image, we can see that Facebook profiles every single thing that we upload there, that we interact with on their social platform. And just a few more examples. In the left, person making fun that in his selfie, one of the people was missed out. He's saying he's a hemo Jesus. One of the people has been not counted well because it's only 6 people in the image instead of 7. And in the right side, people are also making fun of this, right? That Facebook breakdown and object detection. But overall, we all know that the faces that are appearing on the social media platforms, also the content that we upload, also the websites that we visit and that have the pixel, the code of Facebook on it, they are all monitoring the visitors in order to profile us, in order to make a decision actually who we are and where we go and what do we do. And very often we can notice that by searching something like Burger King in Facebook on the left side, you are not getting fast food type of interests related to people on the right side, it's fast food categories, but rather what you're getting is a shoe shop, woman clothes shop, different types of communities, maybe health and beauty type of shops, etc. What does it mean? It means that people are not directly correlated to the industries that we advertise in. It actually means that people, as you would assume, have lots of different interests except for, let's say, fast food or except for alcohol and some other things that we advertise. However, nowadays, advertisers still keep writing media plans, something like, if we want to advertise for fast food, we probably will go and put burger in targeting. etc., etc. So something very straightforward way, something that Facebook and Google teach us, and something that doesn't make any sense if you start looking in actual data that these platforms have about us. So if you look overall, you will see that nowadays we have AdWords on Google that incorporate the smart bidding technology, basically choosing right people to show the ad automatically via AI. We also get YouTube safeguarding the content that we are watching. We get Google Photos suggesting us the right photos to like and share with friends. We have smart reply features in the Gmail that compose our email on our behalf. We write the first part of the sentence and then they compose the rest according to our habits, according to other people's habits. We get various assistant systems, lots of AI everywhere that build this ecosystem that actually helping us to live, assisting us to live, and unfortunately, regardless whether you want it or not, they are in our life anyways. So how would then advertising work overall, right? We are dealing with something they call programmatic auction. So let's say we have this burger example, and you have one advertiser willing to pay $1 for showing the ad of the burger to the burger type of audience, right? To one of the target interest burgers. So this guy is willing to pay $1 for it. We've got another one, and this guy is willing to pay $2. You've got one more person, and this person is willing to pay $3. So in the auction system of programmatic advertising, we are going to let the third guy show the ad because he or she is willing to pay more as compared to other advertisers. So they fight against each other, and the one that is willing to pay more, they are the ones who will be showing the ad. However, it's not often the case that we have a very different interests compared to what is commonly known about us, right? So for this lecture, I have been introduced as a professor, as a university teacher, maybe as a marketeer, maybe as a company owner who is trying to promote AI in digital advertising. But at the same time, you might have seen me doing some concerts and playing some music. You might have not heard about it at all, but this is my true passion. This is my psychographics. Something that excites me so much that I will be definitely reacting in every ad that will be related to this. However, most of the ads are shown to me are about digital advertising and about digital sales. Because again, the targeting happening is according to my most straightforward kind of gut feeling type of targeting strategy. So now imagine if we want to target ads through the psychographics of the people, through their additional interests. So now if these three guys are bidding for this burger and the number 3 is willing to pay $3 as compared to second and first who are want to pay 2 and 1 respectively, the first guy getting smart, and instead of bidding for burger, he starts reaching the same audience by some other interest, let's say pastry, right? And in this way, because nobody else bidding for this pastry interest, he is actually able to save about 66% of the money to show his ad as compared to the rest who are bidding in the most straightforward interest. So that he will be showing the ad instead of the third guy. So this strategy is called long tail advertising, and it can be very well visualized by this dinosaur, where the head of dinosaur is the most common interest that all people are fight for, that they're showing the ads. It's called the head of the distribution. So it's something very common, everybody know about, and really many advertisers using it to advertise, and they pay lots of money because obviously they all fight against each other. And we also get this long tail of the dinosaur that are less common interests, but they also use less often. And if we take each of them and use for your targeting of the ads, you can actually get a much better performance because you'll be buying ads cheaper, but with not less relevancy as compared to if you would be trying to buy the most common, this burger interest in our example. So you can do a much better job with this. And as long as you have a technology that help you to assist to find this, that could be a very good job. So how does it work? Well, you can see that instead of targeting the ads through the most common things, the demographics and straightforward targeting, you are gonna use the why they buy type of audiences, right? The psychographics of the people. So instead of targeting females, medical professionals living in New York, you could target dog lovers, people who enjoy islands, family, NBA, classical music, etc. If you know this about them, you're going to use that type of targeting because this is how Facebook and Google work under the hood. I've published a Forbes article about it, so if you are interested, you can just get to read the one in a little bit more detail how it works on the back end. But the whole process works in these 4 steps. The step number 1, we're going to collect the data from multiple sources, and we use some kind of AI or technologies that helps you to break down this data into loads of interests. And then out of those interests, out of thousands of those interests that has been detected from the visual data about the people, you can actually figure out the scale of the distribution and then push it into Facebook and Google, and will allow you to earn much more impressions, earn much more ads as compared to if you were just doing it in a straight away. So one of the case studies has been done by Citibank. You can see instead of running 2, 3, or 5 ads as an agency would do, they were running 124 ad sets instead. And this has been mined from more than 5 million data points. So eventually, from here, you can take away that they were able to boost their advertising results by 38% by targeting such things as blockchain or some university degrees or athletes or weight loss. So something, again, very relevant to people, just to normal people, but nothing to do with credit cards and personal loan that they were trying to sell. But however, this has helped them to improve their performance very much. So this is Elena Korshak. She was presenting this case study in one of their global conferences, talking about this particular thing. So how does this looks on in the hands of the marketer? You can see they get quite a lot of dashboards that they can monitor this information. And I think what would be interesting to you to see is that inside the ads manager itself, in the Facebook, instead of running 1 ad or 5 ads, those folks were running 7,385 ads, like really a lot. And I think this kind of scale allows you to have a very powerful weapon against how the Facebook and Google work on their side, how the programmatic system work on their side. So you can really run lots of A/B tests of this long tail interests and really figure out which of them help you to sell on internet and help you to do a much better job. AI can be used in many other things. So this lady that in front of you, her name is Maya, and she has been created by AI. She is the world's first AI-generated influencer. She has been created by an agency called Ensemble, and also the company called SoMin.ai that has been generating her face and appearance. And the way she was generated is by mining hundreds of influencers on Instagram, understanding of what kind of audiences these people are really liked by. And then her face was generated like a granddaughter of all of them, the most engaging Southeast Asian influencers. So not just she was virtual fully, meeting real people on the streets of Malaysia in various occasions, like a real person, but being fully virtual. But even her appearance has been mined from their appearances, from the appearances of real people, to look like most of people in Malaysia, let's say, would appreciate. She was even changing her appearance every few weeks in order to, appeal to a particular type of people. So this is how it looked when it was a release. So you can see that there's real people, and also she get into the virtual world. They all become in this digital universe of Puma, and two of them are the real influencers in Malaysia. But like this guy is running, he's a real influencer. He was created by computer graphic. But another one, the lady, the Maya, she actually has been always generated. So this video was opening this campaign, showing how they look like together, and then they all come out, and then she started living in her Instagram already with the real people. So this is pretty interesting, and this technology called content generation, we were lucky to be one of the first people to use this technology in digital advertising specifically. So we were even shown on TV several times. So I often show this content. In the left side, you see the content written by a human marketeer, like giving the street smart whole new meaning, find a 2021 Audi A4 at your local Little Rock dealer. But on the right side, I always ask my audience to check which ones are generated by AI and which one are written by human. Most of the time, they actually cannot distinguish. And you can see that copies that nowadays GPT-3 can generate are really very advanced. And you could also notice that out of all these copies, there's only one mistake made. In the sentence number 3, the neural network is trying to solve automobile Audi in Lincoln dealer, which is another automobile brand. But then you also start digging deeper and understand that there's a city called Lincoln in the USA. So even here, the only thing the model missed is make it a bit ambiguous, didn't put the city word inside there. Other than that, this can safely replace many humans that are doing the copywriting. So it's not just generation of the appearance, but it's also generation of the text and the copy and targeting of the ads, where nowadays AI technology can be used in digital advertising and digital marketing particularly. What else it can do? It can predict what type of content will be going to work well or not on advertising, and not just predict whether it's going to work well or not, but also highlight on the content which particular part is in charge of the good performance, which particular part eyeballs will be looking at when making a decision whether they want to click this ad or not, and then later maybe purchase a product. So this called ad scoring, and this is also another technology that works on the back end of Facebook and Google in order to show or not to show the ad to particular people. This is called smart bidding. Basically, take the content, take your targeting, and evaluate how likely is this combination going to work for this guy who is browsing Facebook or not. And if it's decided it's going to work, then after that, you start participating in this auction to find against others who are going to pay more for this to really do the do the job. Let me ask whether I have a time for the demo, because I think this is already the end of my session. Birkin, may I ask you? You're muted.
Sure, Alexander, please go on.
All right. So I just wanted to show you a small demo of this. Let me do it. Here you go. So we've got a tool that helps with the GPT-3 and DALL-E 2 generation of the content. So usually I'm asking for the audiences here, but probably I will do it by myself this time just to make it faster. So you can choose a social network, let's say Instagram or Facebook. You can choose a brand, let's say Apple. We can choose a product, iPhone, let's say 14, and occasion, maybe Black Friday, or maybe 11/11, I don't know how we call it. And you can choose promotion, maybe, I don't know, they usually don't do it, but okay, let's put it 5% off or something like this. And also you can choose an audience, masculine, feminine, youngers, young adults, seniors, or professionals. So actually GPT-3 can be instructed to generate content for particular audience. And this is all happen automatically. If I change the social network, it will change the style. You can see, right? So they are selling it in a different way. And if you change their audience from seniors, for example, to masculine, it will start talking more about the features as compared to something else. And the funny thing is that this can be done in infinite number of times. It can be just keep generating and generating. So this can be used as a very powerful idea for blogger posts, for your advertising, for DCO campaigns that you're running on digital. Moreover, nowadays, we are not just doing this with a text, but we also get the system called DALL-E 2 that is helping us to generate the content in a very, very efficient manner so that you can actually get all the banners automatically based on the text. And these banners are not just created from, I don't know, pieces or some predefined templates. Actually, all those advertising banners and creatives can be made automatically from scratch. So they can be passed to the creative team, and then creative team can further use it in order to apply in the creative process, maybe come up with a new images and texts that can be used for the digital ads. So I usually finish with some fun examples just to show you the power of modern content generation technology. So I'm giving you a lecture. So let's, I don't know, put something like this. Let's pick up some animal, hamster, giving a lecture via internet, via conference call. Something like this. And I always come up with some weird examples just to show you that modern content generation technology allow you to come up with some absolutely insane type of concepts, because it's really very big. See? So this is how would it look like if a hamster will be giving a lecture instead of me next time. So maybe I can invite them to give this talk after a year or so. And at this moment, I think I'm pretty much done. Happy to answer any questions that you have. And thanks so much for your welcome.
Thank you very much, Aleksandr. We are not taking questions between the sessions. Maybe later on, our listeners can reach out to you. I guess you have the contact here on your slide. Again, thank you very much, Aleksandr.
Thanks so much. It was very nice to see you.
Take care.